So your child has Angelman syndrome. What does that mean? Today we will explore the symptoms of Angelman syndrome, treatments for the disease, cause of the disease, and future research into curing Angelman syndrome. The symptoms of Angelman syndrome are as follows. Severe intellectual disabilities, which means that Angelman syndrome sufferers typically live with a caregiver their entire lives. Uncoordinated behavior, which means they usually cannot walk, but if they can, they fall over a lot and have jerky motions. Sleep disorders, which means they can't get through a good night's sleep. And seizures, which can sometimes be uncontrollable. However, they do have a normal lifespan. Treatment for Angelman syndrome include physical therapy to help them learn how to walk and move around without hurting themselves, communication therapy to help them learn how to express their thoughts and feelings using their body language because they typically cannot use words properly. Of course, seizure medications, and sleep medicine, which is usually to allow family members to get a good night's sleep. Angelman syndrome is caused by a missing or defective UBE3A gene on the maternal chromosome 15. As I'm sure everyone knows, you got half of your genes from your mom and half from your dad. However, genes are not expressed the same. They can be turned on or off depending on where they came from. In this case, the paternal gene is silenced due to genomic imprinting, and if the mother's copy is missing or defective, this results in Angelman syndrome. It is estimated that 1 in 12,000 to 1 in 20,000 people have Angelman syndrome. Future research using UBE3A knockout mice would allow us to study the expression levels of proteins associated with UBE3A protein. It will allow us to see if treatment options will differ if associated proteins are affected. It would allow doctors to know when treatment is necessary, and it would allow researchers to know if other treatment options are available. To study these proteins, we would use GFP marking of the proteins that interact with UBE3A, and we would study expression levels at different ages in the mice so we can know when the levels are lower than normal, and this would allow us to know when the mice don't develop Angelman syndrome and potentially humans as well. One outcome would include the expression levels being lower in the knockout mice than in the wild type. Treatment options would include gene therapy by either activating the father's gene or somatic gene therapy. The other outcome would be that the expression levels would be the same, which is what we hypothesized to be true. This would mean that the treatment could simply be replenishing the UBE3A protein. Thank you for listening.